Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title on today's video, I'm going to be giving you my full review with spoilers of Slapface. This movie just came out on Shudder on Thursday, February 3rd of this year, but if you search for it, probably is going to appear that was released on 2021 since it was released on a film festival. So just in case, it was released first on a film festival, but then Shudder was going to be the one that was going to release it on the US and everyone else. So this is why appears as being released on 2021 but also on 2022. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this is worth watching or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review on my website and also on my Letterboxd profile. You're always going to find there my spoiler-free reviews because I like to give you guys the options. So giving that little talk disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. This film, it's the long version of a proof of concept short film of the same name that was written and directed by Jeremiah Kipt. That is the same one that directed and wrote this long film. Now, the film, it's 1 hour and 25 minutes long. It's really short, and I was surprised because this movie had a lot of good reviews and a really good response from the festival, and even won the award of the audience for horror, thriller, or sci-fi. So comes with a really good critics. So I was expecting, I don't know why I was expecting this movie to be way longer. I don't know, just a supposition. The plot is that when a boy deals with the loss of his mother by creating a relationship with a dangerous monster. The main protagonist is this little boy named Lucas. Lucas just lost his mother and now he's living with his older brother Tom, and he has a girlfriend named Anna. Now, you can see from the beginning that Tom is kind of trying his best to raise his young brother, but it's not working. He drinks a lot, he's working, and he kind of have some different ways of punishment. Like the movie, the title is the Slapface, which, in case that you don't know what that means, is basically this game where you're going to slap someone's face and they're going to slap you back until the one that kind of gets into the end without like turning back down. And sometimes they even do it with the knuckles. The thing is that the movie basically starts with Tom and Lucas on the Slapface game. But you know that it's more than just a game. From the very beginning, this movie has a lot of metaphors and hidden meanings and details that they do matter. So the plot alone sounds pretty simple. It's short, so you could be expecting, and even from the first minutes, you could be expecting that this is going to be a really simple movie, but it's the total opposite, something that I loved it. I was totally tricked here because I could say like the first half hour, I was thinking that it was just going to be just a normal movie, but no, of course. Now, like I said, this is going to have spoilers, but I'm not going into the details of the metaphors and the meaning because of that, because you have to find them. I don't want to take away from you that part because it's the best part of the movie. It's finding out the meanings and also like the interpretation of the ending, because I feel like the ending comes to the interpretation of the viewer. Of course, that's something that I'm going to be talking a little bit later. Now, Anna, on the other hand, it's trying to make this bond with Lucas, and she's trying to maybe talk to him a little bit more, and she's showing a little bit of interest because the main theme on the movie is the fact that Lucas is being bullied by the three most meanest and annoying girls I have ever seen in a while in horror. God damn it, I wanted those girls dead so bad, but only one of them. And she didn't even die, like she ends on the hospital, but they never really says if she died. I'm going to assume that she did by the reaction of the parents. She was so mean, and she was supposed to be the girlfriend of Lucas, and we have the two other girls that names I don't even remember, and seriously I didn't even care. So we have this group of three girls they are chasing Lucas into the woods and they are throwing rocks to him. And at some point, one of them is like, let's stop. And the girlfriend, and she says something to the ear to the other one. And they're like, you know what, we're going to stop, but you need to come right here close to us. And they kind of make him go into this building that it's in the middle of nowhere. And of course, no one is there. And here's when he have his first encounter with the monster, that it's a woman. And he has several encounters with her because he likes to go into the woods a lot to like isolate himself. The movie treats a lot of bullying and how that can affect a little bit. So it's not a theme that it's treated this particular way in horror movies. Like sometimes, yes, we have bullies, but they're pretty on the superficial side. Like they don't really matter as much as in this one. So this creature or monster kind of looks like a witch. And she starts to be really protective of Lucas, almost like a mother kind of thing. She even at some point she kills a dog that was chasing Lucas because she's trying to protect him of everything, and she's going to protect him from everything that harms him, and that includes his brother, because his brother is abusive. But the slap face thing, it can be considered abuse in this case since he's technically beating him, although Lucas is doing it back, but it's not the right way to do it, and Anna confronts him. And at some point, Anna and Lucas are talking, and she has this necklace, and she says that she's a good witch. And after a fight that she has with Tom, she leaves for 2 days, and then she returns. They have a really weird kind of relationship right there. Now, the thing is that we even have at some point a girl that is looking for the dog that the monster killed. I mean, that was sad. The reality, the dog didn't have to pass for that. At some point, Anna is missing, and we kind of see this thought that Anna could be the witch and the monster that is on the woods. But of course, I'm going to leave it right there because, like I said, it's full of metaphors and open ending, and you need to interpret it yourself. But the thing is that this monster is being so protective of Lucas. Of course, she realizes he's passing from bullies, and she gets closer and closer every time that he is being in danger. So we have the group of 3 girls. They're really mean, and the girlfriend, she's like, you know, they're my only friends, and I know that they're bullied, they're mean to you, but she's a really, really bad girlfriend. If you ask me, at some point they are on the pool and they're like, get in. And when she to undress, it's like they're like, no, ew, no boys. And she's laughing and making fun of him. And the thing is that those other 2 are really mean to that girl, but she doesn't do anything about it. So why the hell do you have those type of friends? Like, girl, you better be alone that with friends like that. And that's something that is showing also in the movie. Sometimes how people stay in places that they don't want to be and that they don't feel comfortable. In this case, this girl, of course, you can see that she is not like comfortable with the fact that these 2 girls are really mean to her and to her boyfriend, and I'm going to keep doing this because they don't really are boyfriend girlfriend. Like, that's not really our relationship. Now the thing is that something that happens specifically at that age, when you are on that age when you rather have a lot of friends than be alone, because being lonely in that time can be, I don't know, like the thing that we fear the most when you're in that age. In, I don't know, it's something that I was even guilty of that, and I don't really have an explanation for it, but it happens. So at some point, the girls are being, of course, being mean to Lucas. He punched one of the girls on the nose and she started bleeding, and they go chasing him into the woods. Of course, the woman appears and she kills the girlfriend. And I say kill because, like I said, she's on the bed of the hospital. She has something wrapped on her head, and the parents are screaming and crying. So we could be saying that she's dead or maybe in a really critical state, but they don't really give much details about her. That's it. And we have the other girls that are looking really, really mean to the older brother, because all this time Tom is between drinking on a bar and working. Like, he's not really taking care of his brother. And he's, of course, on the hospital because he was cold, because Lucas is being blamed about it. Because, of course, no one believes him about the monster. And he's being blamed for everything that the monster is doing, and that includes messing up with the house and the stuff. She even scratches the car of Anna, and everything is on the blame of Lucas. So when Lucas is on jail, basically, the monster appears and kills everybody, and he escapes and gets to the house. Here we have this last interaction between him and Tom, and he's screaming at him, but he's like, we have the monster right on the back of Tom, like, she's going to kill him. And he hugs him and he's like, don't do anything, I love you, but she's going to kill you. He's still trying to protect his brother, but that is not enough. And the monster kind of slaps face to him and kills him. So the house is a mess, and Tom has this thought that Lucas did something to Anna because she's nowhere to be found yet. And basically the police is on their way to the house, and when they get to the house, we have Lucas with Tom's body on his hands, like wake up, and he's crying. And the monster, it's on the floor because he gets so mad about the fact that the monster killed his brother that he takes the gun that was from their father. His father is nowhere to be found, also he's dead too. And he takes the gun. Of course, he shoots the monster, then he stabs her. She lays on the floor, dead. Police appears, she's gone. And of course, the scene basically has Lucas as the guilty one. And basically the movie ends with Lucas crying and kind of on the realization of what is happening. The kid did a really great job on the acting part, like he really did. But that specific scene, like I said, it leads to the interpretation of the viewer, because in my way to seeing it, to the police and to everyone, this is part of his imagination and he is the guilty one. But I saw it as he created this monster as like imaginary friend in order to cope with the fact that he didn't have a mother. Like, I kind of believe, but at the same time, I don't believe that the monster was real and that was all in his head. But sometimes when that happens, they usually will show flashbacks of the moments with the other point of view, showing that was all the time him and not the monster. So that's why I'm a little bit here like, should I believe that it was real or not? But the thing is that it doesn't make sense to me how this monster is trying to protect Lucas, but at the same time is just letting him take the blame for everything that she has done. So that's a lot of questions there. Definitely I'm going to rewatch it, because although like I said, it's short, it leaves a lot to interpret and the meanings behind it. Definitely I want to rewatch it, but that's what I catch from the first time. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, you're more than welcome to tell me, but that's what I catch from the film. Definitely is a really good film. I will give it a 4 out of 5 or an 8 out of 10. Like, it's really, really good. I think that the time was okay, because definitely the plot, like, it wasn't like the type of plot that you can even elongate a little bit more. So I think that was okay. The father was on the proof of concept, but he was replaced on the film by his brother. I haven't seen the proof of concept. I don't know if it's available anywhere. If it is, definitely I'm gonna watch it to like compare a little bit how they change things. But definitely is worth watching it. So like I said, it's available on Shudder. And well, I think that this is all for the video. I really enjoyed this one. Definitely, I really did enjoy it, and definitely I'm going to be watching it more times, because definitely I'm going to be seeing things that I missed on the first time. And well, this is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, did you watch it? Are you planning on it? What do you thought? What can you interpret about it? Because sometimes different point of views leads to different meanings on stuff, because we are all individuals. So of course, not everyone is going to see the same thing as you, and vice versa. But well, this is all for the video, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.